Deuce seems to like Crewel, and possibly spend more time with him than other students in his year due to remedial lessons and tutoring. When assigned a remedial lesson with Crewel, Deuce reacts with, "I'd be happy to." Deuce has a voice line that says, "If there's anything you don't understand, you should ask Professor Crewel. He'll spend hours teaching you until you get it." Grimm references having to take an extra class with both Crewel and Deuce after Deuce gave him a very incorrect answer to their homework.
結局、俺様とデュースだけクルーエルの特別授業を受けたんだ。あいつもっと勉強した方がいいんだぞ。
During Fairy Gala remix, Crewel says, "Pups grow up before our very eyes. It seems like they'll be a handful forever, but then before you know it, they've grown into big, strong dogs. You can be sad about it, it's just proof of how much you love them. There's nothing strange or wrong about it." Deuce responds, "I never knew you saw us that way," and Crewel says, "I do. But I think you could stand to do a little more growing, Spade. Especially academically." Crewel takes over for looking after both Ace and Deuce during Book 6 after they get knocked unconscious during the fight with the ferrymen.
1A の生徒は全てこのクルーエル様の子犬だ。なのに他人がしつけるなど許せない。実に腹が立つ。
Jack says he has a hard time dealing with Crewel, whom he describes as intense, saying that he has heard from upperclassmen that your life is over once you get on Crewel's bad side, as he will scold students until they beg for mercy. The two overlap in Book 6 where Jack checks in with Crewel, and Crewel compliments him on a motivational speech that he gives to Epel about focusing on the present.
Well done, ハウル。いいアンサーだ。
Jack expresses doubt about Crewel's ability to design a body for Ortho, and Crewel says, "A mere pup, concerned about me?" Jack later compliments him in a conversation with Sebek about the depth of his knowledge of the Fae, saying that Crewel even managed to impress Vil. During Port Fest, Jack is the only person who mentions wanting to thank Crewel for his efforts in designing their portwear outfits. As potionology teacher, Crewel seems familiar with transformations. Deuce mentions a lesson they had with Crewel where he explained that transforming into another creature without the aid of a potion, like Jack can, requires extremely high-level magic. All three characters overlap in a vignette where Jack is experiencing difficulty sprinting as fast as he feels he ought to be able to. Jack is training for an inter-school competition, and says that while he knows he'll get picked to represent NRC, "It feels like my body just isn't functioning as well as it should be. I just hate that I can't figure out what's holding me back. I'm not overdoing it, I'm not neglecting my health, so why?" Crewel calls the students over, saying that he has decided that Jack is in need of correction. Jack is resistant, saying that, "Track's nowhere near your territory," and Crewel responds, "This is precisely why I cannot stand puppies." Crewel reveals that he has deduced the reason why Jack has been failing to perform his best. "You've been focusing on building your pectoral and brachia muscles, and now your upper half is bursting at the seams. A poor fit in any one spot changes the feel of the whole outfit." Crewel helps Jack adjust his uniform, saying, "I will warn you, however, not to open the zipper at your tail too widely. It's not a very becoming look," and reminds them that they will be barred from all track meet competitions if they fail their final exams. In a different vignette, both Deuce and Jack win an award for their accomplishments at the track meet, implying that Crewel's advice was a success.